Hello, welcome to the latest video. I am going for a drive. The first thing I want to say is I know that I'm not strictly allowed to do this with lockdown, but I just sometimes, you know, maybe for your mental health and whatnot, if you want to do something that you need to do, sometimes just go for a drive might be necessary. I'm going to take you along the way, hopefully with the window open. It's so warm. Hopefully we are not going to get too much background noise from the wind. Now I have got Q&A questions, but because I'm filming with my phone, I'm going to have to answer them from this sheet of paper, which is going to look really unprofessional, and I'm really sorry. Unless anyone wants to buy me, of course, a vlogging camera to show your support, you're more than welcome to. This is really tough. Guys, if you don't have a Land Rover and you're considering getting one, do. Honestly, they're amazing and they're so fun to drive, but not when you have to reverse them all the way back 100 meters. And there's all the water from the tent box. Nice, that's just what I needed. All right, we're off and going, guys. If there's any noise from the back, well, that's all I'm going to be able to do, I'm afraid. Also, another thing I'd like to say is, in terms of me going out as well during lockdown, I'm not actually going to be getting out of the vehicle at all. I'm not going to be stopping, it's just going to be driving. That is really doing my nuts, and I might actually have to stop just to deal with that now. That isn't great. Alright. Not sure how I'm going to do this, but we'll just do it anyway, it'll be fine, I'm sure. Just don't say hello to anyone. There we go. I'm really sorry to have to do this, guys. Ooh, how annoying. I'm back. Right, that noise should not interfere with this video again. That is a drawer that I did not put a little locker thing on, you know, those for gates or anything else. Just to lock the drawer in place. I ran out of one when I was making the back, and I now have to tip the drawer on its side because it's on wheels and it just rolls around everywhere. And if the Land Rover's not already loud enough, I don't want a banging noise. What? So as I was saying, in terms of the lockdown, I don't really want to be doing, I don't know, I don't want to break the rules and everything. And yeah, I understand that we do need to protect the NHS, and I really appreciate everything that the NHS workers are doing, and I hope that after all this is subsided, people will rally together and try to try and do something about the fact that nurses are having to go to food banks. You know, we're raising all this money and stuff, but guys, come on, like, let's do something a bit better about this. Wait for this to all subside and see if, you know, we can push the Conservative Party to up nurses' wages. And doctors as well, junior doctors. I mean, what on earth do they have to go through? I don't know. But awesome support for everyone in the NHS, and of course, you know, I appreciate what you do, and thank you is never going to be enough. But of course, when this is over, I certainly will be trying my best to push for better support for NHS workers, better income, and way better support. Yeah, that's it. That's my political rant side over. So, oh my goodness, I'm really bad at this. I need to get better at I should really do a script. Yeah, script with my bit of paper. As I was saying, yeah, I'm not going to be getting out the vehicle at all. I don't know what you guys think towards that. Just, if you don't like it, leave me a comment and say what you think, or don't. Whatever, you know, whatever you want to do, you know. It's all up to you at the end of the day. Wow, this really has taken. I really wanted this to be a happy video and to be cheerful, to bring shed some light into I don't even want to call it a negative situation as such. Because, you know, for me, lockdown isn't that bad. You know, I'm lucky enough that I can. Firstly, I have a garden. Anybody that lives in a flat or doesn't have access to a garden, I really do feel for you. It must be pretty horrific. And I just, yeah, that's it. And I've got a garden. You know, I live out in the countryside, so I'm able to just go for a walk, and I'm able to, you know, do exercise in places where I can disconnect from the news about coronavirus all the time. It's gone from Brexit for 4 or 5 years, every single day in the headline, to now coronavirus every single day in the headline. It's all just pumped into our brains, and it's just, I'm so lucky to be able to just disconnect from it all. And I think this is also another reason why I want to get out in the Land Rover. You know, this is my obsession, to say the least. I absolutely love this bit of kit, and I wouldn't trade it in for the world, unless you've got a ridiculous amount of money you'd like to offer me, in which case I probably would bite your hand off. I cannot remember what I was going to say. I'm probably just going to blank over all these spare bits where you just stare at my gorming face. Might even have to cut that out as well, I'm not sure yet. See how I feel at the time. So what else have I got planned for this video to talk about? Not really. I'm just going to kind of slowly introduce my way into the Q&A. But yeah, so that's really where my conversation bits are going to come from. Again, I'm just driving around, and I'm just trying to keep this thing maintained. You know, I don't want this to be run into the ground just because of a virus. I want to protect lives, yes, but I also want to protect my Land Rover. And not driving it for 6 months is not protecting it. I'm whipping out the shades now because I'm that cool. I really do mean for this to be a positive video. I do mean for this to bring some light to your day. Doesn't matter what you're doing. If you watch this and you enjoy it, that makes me happy. If you do, of course, like it, just wave me on. Thank you very much, lady. Of course, if this does bring some light to your day, if this does make you happy, if you know, like it, even if you don't like the video, give it a dislike. I really won't be bothered by it at all. It will be able to, it's insightful enough if someone says they dislike it. You know, it means I've got to do something different. Not that difficult of a concept. So sorry. Poor engine. I've been running for a week and a bit, and then I'm asking it to stomping up a hill. Let's go for a quick gear shift. Oh yes, that was good. I'm rating that. So, Q&A time. Okay, so the first question was from, I'm going to close the video for this, but just so you can definitely hear me. The first question, oh wow, probably sounds like I've been shouting the entire time. First question, Jed Taylor 13. His question was, Dream Land Rover. Firstly, that is ever going to have to be a heritage colour, the green, with 90 soft top with a bikini, Exmoor trim bikini top. That would be amazing. 2 seats in the back, take your mates down to the beach, drop down table at the back for your barbecue. You'd be absolutely sorted. Other than this, of course, this is my other dream Land Rover. Yes, it is. Dream trip. I mean, it would have to be Norway. I'd love to do south of France and all that other kind of jazz, but then maybe there are better cars for that. You know, there's nothing much better than a Land Rover Defender, of course. But if you can get yourself in an Aston Martin, maybe naturally aspirated V12, you're gonna want to go to the south of France in that. My favourite car, not a Defender. This changes every single day. I mean, goodness, it has gone from a Jaguar F-Type SVR to an Aston Martin V12 Vanquish, back to a Ferrari 458. You know, it's so hard to pinpoint. I'm such a car mad bloke, but calling myself a bloke now as well, oh, that is not great. Such a car guy, and it changes every single day. I don't even know if I'm probably with 100% of my followers, 99% of my followers being Land Rover fans. You're probably turned off by now, and if you haven't, well, thank you very much. That really is a credit to you as your loyalty as one of my followers, so thank you. This is safe. At number 41, Okay, so yeah, all these pages, you're going to get a tag in the description down below. So if you're not in this, be sure to go and check out these guys. So number 41, they asked, how are you managing during lockdown? I'm doing good, in all honesty. I'm doing good. I'm really appreciative of the things that I have got, the people around me, and support that I have. You know, I'm very lucky, and my heart really does go out to, again, guys that don't have support. You know, again, if you want to reach out to me, just come onto my Instagram page and just simply message me, because, you know, I'm more than willing to be here for anybody that needs it. Brad Allen, 96. Oh damn, I'm so sorry. Not 69, I just switched all the letters around by accident. Alright, Brad Allen, 96. He asked, your top Land Rover mods or pieces of kit. The top mod has to be these windows in the back. I'm not going to adjust my camera, but of course that modification has been the absolute best thing to come of this Land Rover. It has made such a difference. And guys, if you have a panel Land Rover, or even if you just have a country and you still want to just have some windows in the back, you know, just get them. Anybody that ever comments on anything on this Land Rover, it's the windows. Next mod is this steering wheel. It is absolutely awesome. It is so good. Exmoor trim, I don't know what its name is, but I feel like I am on the Riviera of Venice when I drive this with the steering wheel. It's just so classic speedboat. It's fantastic, and it really does fit the Land Rover's interior. The next mod is the drop-down table at the back door. You may or may not be able to see. I'm really not sure what you can see, guys. You might not. Well, you definitely have to be able to see me. So. The drop-down table is so good. It was really easy to fit. Front runner, the people that do the Jeeps. I mean, they say that it would fit when I went to Billings show, off-road show. The guys there said it would fit, but I had to do some modifications to make it fit. But you were right, yeah, it does fit. The next mod would have to be the halo headlights at the front. I've not connected the halo headlights because I'm not sure why. I'm just not the biggest fan of halos. I think they look amazing, but just on my own vehicle, I don't know. I'll connect them one day for definite, but at the moment, I just love them as they are. So I want to leave it as is. And of course, the original headlights on the Defender were absolutely shocking. I might as well have just been wearing a head torch and done it that way. It probably would have been safer as well. You probably would have passed an MOT test with that. Next mod, I don't know. Probably the winch, although I didn't fit the winch. The winch is absolutely amazing. I would love to get around to using it, but first I've never had a scenario to do it. And also when I bought this, the guy said you're probably going to have to like get it serviced or just get it checked out before you use it, just so, because it is connected to the engine via the gearbox, and I don't really want to bug up my gearbox. I don't really fancy that. So TPD Knots, she asked favourite holiday destination. It would have to be Cornwall. I mean, you guys, if you've been following from Number One Car Blog, that was my previous blog, which was for supercars, but then I wanted to do more Land Rover stuff, but then people in supercars don't really care about Land Rover, so I made this channel. If you go over to Number One Car Blog and click through all our stories, you'll notice that we do love Cornwall. We really do. Alright, so my friend in South Africa, hello Sean mate, how you doing? Wolf Polo. Now this guy, he's got a Wolf, he's got this Polo, and my god, it is an absolute machine. The thing does 0 to 60 in something ridiculous like 5 point something seconds. I think, I do remember, that's what I think, that's the figure that's in my head. If I'm wrong, Sean, please do leave a comment below, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm right, hit that like button, mate. So yeah, again, his link to his Instagram will be in the description below, so please do go check out his page. And again, Sean, following on from that, mate, he's also got a Land Rover Defender. It's a 300 TDI, and that thing, oh, it just looks amazing. And he, you know, the pictures and videos on his page are amazing because in South Africa, he has the most amazing weather and the most amazing views, and it is just incredible. So yeah, again, go and check him out. Just go and see. If you're bored, go on Instagram, check him out. Definitely go, because he is such a nice lad and he does an awesome job with posting content. And yeah, that's it really. So my last and final question, it was not really much of a question to be honest. It was from someone called Space Facts Wax, and he said, hey, let's meet in space. So Space Facts Wax, if you want to fly me out to space, you're more than welcome to, and I will happily meet you there. That's it, I'm afraid. That's all I can say to that. So those are my questions. That is all done with. So back to driving, and I've come to another nice little quiet road for a 0 to 60 test. 3, 2, 1. Come on, let's get this going. Come on, feel that speed. It is literally pinning me back. What are we on? Did I even press go? Oh, I didn't press go? Yeah. Oh! No way. Alright, okay, we'll just have to stop again then. Look at that. How am I buggering it up so much? I'm running out of space as well. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Come on. I've started it. We're off and running. Guys, I'd also just like to say, whilst the 0 to 60 is happening, that this is a safe enough road to do something like this on. It is a 60 mile an hour, I have plenty of leeway, and it is a quiet road, of course. I have been checking all my mirrors and my blind spots. So, we're in 5th, we're going to be approaching 60 now. There it is. Oh, that was fantastic. What's that in? 22 seconds. Oh, that is so poor. That's not poor, it's not bad, it's not bad. Because obviously this is a heavy vehicle. But again, thank you for everyone that submitted your questions. They were brilliant, you know. Couldn't ask for a better set of questions. I will do another one of these in the nearish future, I guess. So again, you know, if you want to ask more questions, just ask. Put a poll up on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram, that's another thing as well. Definitely follow on Instagram. That's where all the main content will be. This is just going to be videos that I can make, whereas Instagram is everything, the works. I'm going to have to drop this window, I'm sorry, it's going to be such a make. Ah! Can't talk! I do feel sorry for the dog at the moment because, you know, he has no understanding of this at all, and he's not allowed to go and see other dogs. You know, we usually go to our local park where it is literally renowned for dog walkers and dogs just going wild off lead, and it's so good there. It's absolutely amazing. I love going there. But again, we just can't. We just don't want to do that because, well, you can't. And so, you know, he has no idea why he can't see other dogs, and my dog is so social. He absolutely loves being with other dogs, and he has no concept of it whatsoever. Is that green? I can't even. Yeah, it is right. Tied in. And bloody, they have some sort of weird filter shutter thing, and then you can never see it. Again, another tangent. I'm really sorry, guys. You're just gonna have to live with it. What are you doing? I really hope this camera has stayed in the right place and it's not just on a tangent. It looks like it is pointing at me, but I just, oh, I would have hated to have filmed this entire thing and for it to be like that. I'd also like to give a shout out to Messy Graphics, who have done me the old window Instagram sticker things. I hope I have been informative. I hope I have been a pleasure to watch and enjoy. So yeah, please do leave a like, subscribe, and check out the accounts below. Thank you very much.